black people. Stop celebrating black people who carry white people's water and don't give a shit about you. Stop doing that.
Here we go.
Jesus was not a black man. I saw this well-known preacher on Easter Sunday was saying he was preaching that Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday, the death, burial, and resurrection that they preach about was all about the persecution of a black man, and that how Jesus was a black man, and that his evidence that Jesus was a black man was because he didn't get a fair trial by the Roman government, and that he used that, begin to manipulate the black men in the room and start declaring no weapon formed against the black men will prosper, and no legal weapon will formed against the black men will prosper, and all of this Marxist, fascist nonsense that he was spewing from the pulpit.
Of all the things that you can preach after centuries of white Jesus propaganda, why is it you choose to make this a point of preachment when black people see a reflection of themselves in Jesus? Now you want to call that idolatry?
For me, most concerning is the psychological toll on congregants who absorb these messages. What appears as spiritual growth is often a progressive dismantling of healthy racial identity.
The rhetoric that he is speaking is the same bullshit that they had to fight when they were on plantations, because they always picked the Negro to tell it to other Negroes. Because you know what? It might land softly.
That's right.
It might be more palatable. It might be easier to digest if it comes from somebody that looks like you.
Marxism is just a critique of capitalism. And right now, we live in a fascist state that is capitalist.
And I was watching as men stood up in the room and they're shedding tears over this nonsense, and my heart is broken because I'm thinking, man, what you're hearing right now in this moment is not even consistent with the word of God. I know some of you got him hanging on your wall, a black man with locks, but Jesus was not a black man. We know from history and we know from the word of God that Jesus was an ethnic Jew, and he was born into a family of ethnic Jews, and he was raised around the Torah, and he learned the things of Jewish family, and he went into the synagogue as was his custom, and he fulfilled the law because he came to do that, and he came to his own first, the people of Israel, the Jewish race. So we know that Jesus was not a black man.
So he got AIPAC money. We can start there.
What's wrong with me seeing blackness in the person you're compelling me to worship?
He said Jesus was an ethnic Jew. He said that as if there aren't any black Jews.
He still wants to perpetuate the slave master's Christianity.
I don't care what